like that he was screaming from my pocket. What happened?
And we are live. Hey, everybody. Sorry
Oh,
that we had a little
oh
bit of
shit.
technical difficulties. I was muted and I didn't realize that I was trying to let you guys know, and I just came back now. So it looks like Twitch allowed us to come back. We apologize. We'll wait like a minute or two for you guys to come back and refresh your screens if you haven't already. But yeah, you guys have been pulled aside and are currently in the middle of waiting for somebody to come back as Arito has walked away currently. It's Tinish, Eloine, the little Tara, Manny, and the four of you, and Omi and Genesis. As you all are standing there, it's like not just standing, there's like seats everywhere. Some food has been laid out in this room. It's kind of like a waiting room almost. And you see the door begins to open and Arito comes through and goes, This is my father. He's the chieftain here. And you see what looks like to be this massive looking ape, not gorilla, but more like actual like ape like, and he's just looking at the rest of you, and he's just
Where? Yes, you are my home. Yes.
Hello, greetings, sir.
he puts his hand out, and you can see that there's a ring there.
Let's see. Look at my book. I
Take the hand.
I kind of corporealize, so it's not so squishy.
Yeah, no, you go ahead and take his hand. It's, as we've discussed, you are good to go on that front.
Yep, and I politely, I don't know if I kiss the ring, because I don't have a mouth. I just kind of basically put my fingertips to the ring and pull them back.
He looks at you very oddly.
You all are Skyfall. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Come. I wish show you something.
And as he's leaving, he just clocks. Oh wait, actually, you're in a different form. What are you in, Wraith?
I look like one of them.
Oh, and
He's a spider monkey.
he just looks at you and hold on, give me a second. Guess I'm actually gonna need to make a roll. I'm gonna roll DMD Beyond. It's DMD Beyond. Oh yeah, it's DMD Beyond. Campaigns.
Oh,
Planetscape, Edge of the Void, and we pick get that Wraith. I see it on yours. And let's make sure everybody can see this. That's fucking cool. I don't know if y'all can see this, but I'm gonna try and roll it. Ha! Okay. He rolled an 18. Just so you guys know. He's going through and he stops at you, Wraith, and goes,
Yeah. You. Name.
Rafe.
Ray.
looks at Arito and goes,
This our ape. Again.
and he looks at you and he looks at his father. He goes,
No. Not our ape. Be careful here.
he looks at you with like a smirking grin like he may know something beyond you. He's saying if you're in that form, be careful because he has clocked it. I will let you know. He knows that you're not an ape by your sense of smell. Although the hat can disguise your looks, it cannot take away your scent. So he knows that you are something else, but if you're gonna pose as an ape, you better fucking, like, it's a put up or shut up moment, because, you know, we all know the stories of what happened to Harambe.
Oh my god.
Don't worry. Most people barely pay attention to me, so
Come, I must show you.
And you see that he leads you out of the room. You go down this corridor, down a winding kind of circular steps. Seems like goes forever. Go down a couple other corridors. Seems he's leading you somewhere very deep underground. And as you are getting to the end, you see this kind of like stone doorway leads down these steps into this underground chasm. And it's like a cave. And as soon as he gets down there, he has the torch that he hits the pillar that's filled with like this crude oil. And you see the flame begin to all the way down this chasm as you look around to see old cave paintings, and one in particular above in this neon bright light looks like to be a ship. Everybody do a perception check for me. And sorry, I am just getting to that.
You want active or passive?
No, everybody's looking at this point. It's not just I've set up a moment that it wouldn't be a passive because you're set up to look at it, so it would be an active perception.
23.
Ooh.
6.
Arjwar, if you need to go, just head out and let me know.
I'm just gonna monitor it as we go here because it's just new and different.
Is the building across your on fire?
What I believe, based on what I'm seeing, I think because part of it is a parking garage, that there might be a vehicle on fire underneath.
That's not good.
That's not good. So yeah, that's what I think looks like it's occurring.
I mean, what's perceptions for everybody?
7.
I rolled an 18, but I can't remember what my modifier is. I'm pretty sure it's an 11, which would make it 29.
No, I'm looking.
I got a 15.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. So, everybody. So it was 22, 7, 29, and
23.
15.
23. Okay. So, with the three of you, RG, I will say that you are kind of mesmerized of how fast the light has traveled through the crude oil as soon as he lit it up. It was kind of like a really epic effect that you were just kind of like, whoa, and didn't really notice it quite as well. But then you eventually look up. All of you with this see something very familiar. Something that looks like a bident is crashing down. A bident is, everybody knows what's a trident. That's a three-pointed, it's a trident. You stabby. A bident is only 2. And it looks like it's crashing down.
Is that our goddamn ship?
With a
You said it looks
29,
familiar
Vila,
and it's got 2 points.
Vila, with a 29, you look very distinctly. There is a symbol that has also been painted on it that is most definitely the OPS symbol that you guys have. It doesn't have the letterings on it, but the base symbol of how it is looks extremely like the one that you guys just painted on your ship. And he goes,
This, from when first fire skyfall come, helped out my ancestors.
Okay.
Yeah. That looks awfully. She just kind of gestures to the insignia that's actually please shush. That's on her like space suit that she's wearing, and then gestures back up at it.
Yes, this is why I bring you. My son told me he sees symbol. We all here at Capital know this. You connected. This, your ancestors, they come here too.
This is new
at-
branding.
As you guys are going through, though, there's still more cave art that's here.
How big is this cavern?
You look like it goes down like 200 or 300 feet. And the whole thing is lit up with this bioluminescent oil paint that they've used for cave paintings. In the moment that he starts to walk down with the flashlight, he can hold it up and it gets brighter, but the light that he lit is giving off a base. And when you walk by, he's able to close up the fire bins and allow the place to illuminate with all of this. Like, it's incredibly detailed, whoever did this.
I'm gonna take a recording of this just in case.
Okay.
And save this for later. Because this reminds me of a photo that I found back at home before we left my home world.
What was the photo?
It was all of
Did
us.
you tell me about this?
Yes, I did. It just to refresh your memory. It's the photo of all of us.
Yeah. No.
With with the what the fuck is his name?
With the bear.
Yeah, with the bear. Before we had the bear and whatnot.
Zeltron. I'm at the
Zelly.
I'm going to just lean over to Miss Kitty.
Frog voice?
It's a hardcore lag for me. Is that happening for anybody else?
Everybody.
Yeah.
Babe, I think your
And
connection
I'm
is
whispering,
a little
even
bit.
though I'm not whispering. Yeah.
There it goes. I think it just caught
How about
up to it.
now?
There you go.
Okay.
Awesome.
So leaning in, quietly whispering to Miss Kitty, because I don't know what my spells are. I can't remember if I can sending. So the pieces seem, and this is just a wild guess, that it seems like we're gonna be doing some fucking time traveling at some stage.
Let's hope not. But yeah, my
There's
guess
cave
is,
paintings of our fucking ship.
why do you think I am going to make a recording of this for later?
Is there anything that you two want to share with the class?
I will note that as you guys continue to walk down, this leader here, oh, by the way, he has not addressed his name. He has not said, and nobody's asked. So I'm just saying he's leader. It's Arito's, it's Arito's father, and he leads down and goes,
These are from our first generation of in this city. Great sages mark down passages of time. Here we have once first Skyfall come. They help build first population. Gained peace through many nations. One particular, very good at bringing all tribes together. We call her the persuasive one.
Looks at Vila.
Glances at Vela.
What did the persuasive one look like?
Oh,
Looking for a painting of the persuasive one?
all records have been lost, except
as he points around, and you can clearly see there's like a group of individuals as stick figures. It does not say anything, you know. It's all old school, not even
Literal.
How
Is
long
one
ago did this
significant-
happen?
Is one of them significantly shorter than the rest of them?
Yes. There are
Manny. It's Manny.
two individuals that are shorter than each other. Well,
How long
it's
ago did
shorter
this
than
happen?
everybody else.
oh, this is over.
He looks at his son and he goes,
Father, it's okay.
and you can see that his dad is having a mental disability at this moment. He's an elderly ape. You know, he's got gray like hair, whiskers that are coming down. He's got the very wrinkly skin that is showing, and does have to walk with a cane. And he's just,
My sleep. How long?
and he looks at him and he goes,
About 10 millennia ago.
millennia. Not that's just a long time. 1,000 years ago is when. I forget. I think that's a millennia.
And where did this ship crash?
Oh, ship crash not too far from here. We make this place, capital city, easiest way to get from area. You landed close by, not too far, in mountains. About 2 days trek from here.
Should probably go and see about
That place has been
parts.
put up as a shrine. A temple is there.
I got a question. When you saw, I turned to Dorito, and when you saw our ship crash, was there any other
Dorito just sticks.
ship crashing or something
Yes.
from the sky falling?
Yes, the more fire fall very far. We see lose sight from it. But from what we think is cross river, maybe long time away, about a month's travel.
Mm.
Very dangerous this trek is.
No easy way to get there, huh?
There are other tribes and factions in way of route. Very dangerous. Not part of coalition of ape.
Didn't the other, and now look at Arita, didn't your other leaders say that they needed to be they were a problem as well?
Yes. Recently, we have had some infiltrate into city, try to gain access to Capitol building. They were unsuccessful.
Interesting.
I just love. I want to play a Hondozi in someone else's game and play like this. I love this like real Planet of the Apes style.
We can kill Titus.
No, why? Underwater game don't need monkey.
Sea monkeys.
Sea monkey!
Oh, okay, but that
But
would
they're
make me
technically-
like our friend. I don't want to be a centaur.
Oh no, you could just be a regular cartoon sea monkey.
You
It's
could
just
just
that
be a
we're-
monkey that breathes underwater.
Yeah, we'll just make
You get
you
the
Okay,
suit like the lizard.
Tangent of another game aside, you guys are going down further, and as you get too close to the end of the cave, there's one particular thing that you guys are noticing. It continues on to tell the story of ape kind. If you continue to further down that way, you can also find that out.
Oh, I like a good story. I want to go find out what there is. I want to see if there's some tales of glory.
You go down and continue on, and there's a moment you see that there's one ape in particular. He is standing high, and next to him look like to be other apes, still slouching, sitting. He's standing upright like a human man. It continues on, showing the apes beginning to stand. The ape that was standing beginning to slouch. It gets to the point where you can see that this ape is gaining age. He's getting elderly as you pass down. And it looks like whatever has happened was a short time. And apes around him became upright. And he goes, and he'll tell that
Ape stand. Ape begin to think. The great Bob. All hail the great Bob.
Great Bob.
Yes.
That's the great Bob there.
There's a
Vila,
certain somebody.
have we frozen?
I don't have us frozen. I can see us talking.
yeah.
Didn't a certain somebody had a friend that was lost? Out
At this
here?
point, does anybody look at Genesis?
I
Oh,
do.
Miss Kitty is.
You guys are moving down, and the first part that you see of this, and he's like behind you. He's looking at like the first image of the ape standing upright, and as you guys are looking at Genesis, and he's saying,
Great Bob. All hail the great Bob.
you can see Genesis has a hand on the image, and just is single tear is running down his face.
Oh, honey.
Genesis?
Yeah. Yes. Sorry, I had to transition that for a second.
Why the tears?
I know this person. I can feel I know this person. Don't know why.
It's probably one of us. Or one of your kin, because we know that you had connection there. Vila is going to be going back and looking through all the stories so that she can see exactly what happened when they were there last, so that she knows exactly what to do when they go there in the past future.
Okay, sure. I will note, everybody here make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Let's
I
see,
can't do that.
because
I
I
gotta.
am
I
a
gotta.
strong believer of if you know what I'm talking about in the moment and you get it, that's fine. But if you forget, it's kind of like your character forgets as well. I'm just looking for a quick intelligence check to see if you guys can gain any knowledge from this scene.
Okay,
15.
D20 plus 4.
Me no.
Not fucking 20. Let's go, baby.
Miss Kitty,
24.
you've been there since the start. You've been there since you've picked up Genesis. I'm pretty sure you were the first one to grab him. You remember in the early stages before he became himself, there was a moment where he forgot who he was. He was just spewing nonsense. And what Jean-Luc ended up finding out between the because he was like investigating him when he was in the ball. He gets the tale of how he got there, as he was just some object that flew through the wonders of space and caught a ride with his buddy, an ape that was put into an early style Earth spacecraft in the early stages and sent into the far unknown, never to return. I have an ant on my fucking Jesus Christ. That dude was excavating right near my eye. Jesus. I wonder if it'll be seen on the
Bless you, babe.
camera. That's gonna be wild to see. I just saw it at, like, the head, like, right here. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Oh,
So-
yeah, no, I still remember all that.
Yes, you remember that Bomb is an ape that the Earth in olden, or Terra in the olden days, sent up into some type of old school rocket and was never seen of again. But at the same time, there was no ship in the illustration. It was just Bob here. You don't see Genesis, you don't see anything. So that adds up to because Genesis says that they were lost somehow. They got split up. They were together at some point and they just were done. Genesis was still an object at that time, but the travel of that made him sentient. And although if him and Bob met in real life, would be like, I don't know who you are. Like, that'd be straight up Bob, because Bob doesn't have the memory to say, I remember Genesis, but Genesis would be like, yeah, I spent my whole life basically with him. I was an object there. It's hard to explain in my mind. It makes sense. But yeah, he's just standing there and he goes, I don't know why I feel this way, but I know this man, this ape. And even the old one, it goes,
Impossible. Too far of time.
yes,
I'm looking at Jen.
time. Things are not adding up here. There's something wrong.
I mean, considering that I've run into people that say they've seen me before, but I don't remember them. So
And I met that guy that looked like you, but wasn't you.
what
Oh, did
you keep?
I not tell you about that?
No,
Yeah. They had horns and a scar on their face, and they did we even I don't know if we met that person.
You describe what looks like to be a tiefling man that looks strangely like
It's got your face with a scar, but it's tiefling.
Vila.
she would tell you that it was a purplish. I would have to say the only way I can explain this, that he looks like a black man, but his skin is so dark purple that if you were to look close up, it would be purple, but from far away, he looks black. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to be rude.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Either way, he's that, and I have a picture of him somewhere. I've been trying to fuddle through my files, but I can't find it, and I'm gonna have to get it for you guys. But yeah, no, I will say that at this point, even Genesis will go, yes, and he pulls out like a little hologram pad as he clicks it as he was there that day, and he goes, "This is the gentleman."
Okay.
Wraith, you saw this guy once before, and he told you to have a good day. Everybody, I know that this is a live stream, but go back about like a couple episodes ago, and you will actually see that Wraith has met his son at least once in a random occurrence, and he was just like, "Hi," and he stared at you really awkward, and then he walked away.
I don't remember that. I don't think Miss K was part of it.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
that.
I don't remember that. But Wraith, you're a bad father. You didn't recognize your
Okay,
son.
first off, the baby isn't even like a few months old. The mom's not even showing yet. Let's be quaint.
Okay.
Let's just be quaint. When you were on Sindalon, you talked to Sasha, the leader of the Red Bandit Guild that was there. Y'all banged that night,
Oh,
and I asked you, "Can I have this?" And you said, "Yeah." So guess what? You have a futuristic son, but how is he coming to the past?
Shenanigans.
Miss Kitty, we've only been in so many stations, and I've only had, I want to say, 3 relationships. I'm pretty sure I have no kids.
Relationships and rooting are 2 different things.
yeah. What do you define as a relationship?
Okay.
Because I've been reading on that one.
It's the most like hardcore, like saying rooting in the word sex just sounds so gnarly.
Oh, I'm sorry that my Australianism came out.
You
Yeah,
fucking
having
getting
a
rooted,
It is
mate.
perfect.
You
Do
fucking
not-
sitting
Having a
there
fucking
laying
root,
down
mate.
getting rooted.
No, that's
Sorry.
that's
I'll say it.
that's what
I'll say it more like Vila. Population and relationships are 2 different things.
Oof.
no,
Vila.
I like the rooting term better.
I felt like the rooting was right.
Yeah, the rooting was right.
You think so low of me.
Having
That's your
sex,
fault, honey.
having casual sex is not a bad thing. I'm just saying that those are 2
Oh,
separate things. Like,
I'm not
be
saying
with
that-
who you
I'm-
want to be with. I'm not thinking any less of you for being a slut. That's fine
I'm
if
just
you want to
saying
do
that-
that.
I was
I
told
have-
saying that word was not okay either. It was in the book.
I mean,
Wow.
it depends how you're using it. That word's kind of.
Why are we
Wow, Vila, you
having
just
this
think I just sleep
conversation
around.
in front of an
Wow,
elderly
wow.
gentleman?
Wow.
Let,
I-
let love be. Fruit your loins as you wish. I don't mind. I'm not gonna judge. I'm
Cap.
banging
Okay,
a
Cap.
robot.
We wow. Okay.
Vila,
But sorry,
Vila,
that hasn't happened yet.
The
Ignore
non-existent, the non-existent eyes that RG has. But you see a pustule inside his body like widen a bit.
That
Vila,
hasn't
when we-
happened yet. Ignore that. That hasn't happened yet.
Vila, when we get back to the ship, we're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna have a conversation.
Let
Me and you.
sow
Me
your
and you.
sow
Me and
your
you.
wild
Me-
oats as you wish, bud.
So
I'm-
your wild oats.
I believe that is a
I'm
plant
telling the
science
captain that
question,
one.
and I need also to know more about loins because that also was explained to me as a cut of some type of meat.
It is both that and the groin region.
we will get, you know what, Manny can give you a sex education course once we're back on the ship, if we make it back to the ship. And Miss Kitty kind of turns to the general and Dorito and go, I am terribly sorry that we are getting so off track. We do that sometimes.
I feel like we need to go
Not
we need to
your
go
view.
to the place
I'm
that is
not
close
your
to
viewer.
here, and then go to the place that's a month away and make a plan.
And Wraith needs to sow his wild oats. Or apparently he already has.
That is a gardening. I am so confused.
Vila,
Look,
see,
Can we just
19
end on
Vila.
this note?
Vila, I can count how many times I sown my oats, and I have not sown my oats far enough that where I have a grown ass son.
Well, apparently we fucking time traveled, so who the fuck knows anything anymore?
Well, I still feel like we need to get the parts to get off the get the ship thing, right?
Yeah,
To get
yes.
back to
yes,
the
we
captain
still
and the
need to
bear.
get-
How
Yeah.
else am I going to get trained if I,
I mean,
can't
do we have to
drive
get the
ship?
captain back?
He's fine. He's up in space. That what he didn't come. He didn't fall. They're just hanging out. We need to get
Our
back to him.
pod was destroyed.
I need to. Can we DM have a smash cut to on the ship right now? What's going on with Zeltron and the captain?
Yep.
They must be freaking out.
So I will do that, but that is going to be the last thing that will be illustrated.
Okay.
Of the night.
That's fine. That's fine.
Alrighty.
My brain's been fried after hearing the word rooting.
Well, we'll go to.
Look.
I would like to establish us going to the We're gonna go to the temple next, right? Is that our plan?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I
Then
would
we're
also
good.
I would also like to formally apologize to players and DM for ADHD sidetracking this with
Completely
telling
fine.
Wraith to sow his wild olive oats.
I have
apologize for
missed
that.
our role plays to be very real with everyone, and this is a very good night for that one.
It's
Rooting.
nice to not be the DM for a little. Just be fucking chaotic shit. Okay.
All right. So yes, had that little moment with Genesis. You begin to go down, but you know that there's a moment that's been categorized still. Something that looks different. There's another Skyfallen moment, but this predates all of Apekind. This is something else. As you guys are looking, so it looks like somebody's written in English, like common, on the wall from a textbook. And you can see on a pillar there is a book at the very end, and illustrated what looks like to be a satellite. And the ape father goes down and goes,
Yes, the three great Skyfall moments. All brought devastation and prosperity. This is why we worry, seeing you here. Almost to the date, the last Skyfall.
And what date was that?
he gives you the date. It's about 1,000 years ago, from like within a few days, with like astronomical like day changes and stuff, and before.
So they're
In my mind, it's like
anniversary.
people using the calendar before they had
Mhm.
leap years. So it's like it all adds up if you do the math on it. And yeah, no,
Give you
the
redoing that.
actual day is about like a week away. Seems like you guys came a little bit early.
We should have waited a week to crash, guys.
I'm sorry. I needed to come here.
Yeah, well, we could have waited a week and
I
then come here and
didn't-
crashed.
Flippin' floppin' no. I'm a
As far as we
warlock.
know-
What do you want from me?
As far as
Timing.
we know, we're like that one. What was it? Fabled. Was
Oh,
it from
shit.
what? From what book was it? Lord of the.
Flies.
No, it wasn't Lord of the Flies. I think it was Lord of the Jewels.
Oh, yeah.
What was it? Friendoff.
Guys, Gangerang. What if
the event that's going to happen that sends us through time is going to happen in a week, and that's why we crashed a week early, because it sent us back exactly that time.
What happens if it happens tomorrow?
Yeah, but like this is a week. Like it would time. What if it sends us back the exact date? What if we go back in time in a week?
My brain hurts.
I'm thinking we didn't go back time within a week, but a event, as this nice gentleman has stated, may happen within the week. Something that may have messed with the space-time continuum, and how I have a photo of all of us meet with a Zelly before, that's been in my family archives for years. There's a painting of our ship that's been date back for eons.
1,000 years.
And then there's Bob. So something is going to happen in a week. And I can't wait to see what happens. Fascinating.
That means that within the next week we do actually get back to the captain.
We'll see. Or it could be a very trippy aurora borealis that has happened on my planet twice.
I don't like don't get me wrong, I love the way the DM is smiling right now, but I also hate it. He looks beautiful, but also maniacal.
Because we're all giving him ideas that he's probably going to use against us.
Oh yeah,
I have a Saturday DM that does that. We got
So you guys all have that. As you are looking at the wall, and you get the pillar, you have the sky falling, and then you have the planet, right? It's, imagine you see Earth, you see what looks like to be a satellite, it looks like it's crashing down towards Earth. But at the center of Earth, looks like there's like a chiseled hole right in the middle of it. And as we end tonight's episode, we cut back over to the ship. Hey, Captain, I was wondering if you would like to play a game of cards with me. Yeah, well, that sounds lovely, buddy. It's good to have you on the ship, friend. I like the energy you give. Well, I like good energy too, Captain. Now, may we, and as you are here, like you guys are hearing this at home, I almost said you guys, like the players, it pans off to the ship's side, out the window, looking down onto the planet. Off into the distance, there lies the Lightspeed cruiser, still cruising down to the planet. As it goes back to the planet, you all are seeing in... Does anybody have Primordial in their repertoire?
And I can read all languages because Warlock fucking shenanigans, so let's go. I can finally do something. I'm useful. What do I say?
You read the darkest of holes. As in the core of the planet no longer has a core, but a black hole spinning, holding you in place. As gravitational shift has happened, although redshifting is currently waiting, you guys are stuck in a time lock. Everybody on the ship thinks you're still going down to the planet. As if you would look out the window, your ship is stuck where it is. My love, you don't have to wait a week. You have already entered into the time of traveling. So, with that being said, everyone at home, thank you for soaring through the stars with me. I am your Gray Jedi. If you need a map made, please come hit me up. If you need anything from our merch store, head over there. We got a bunch of stuff. I did a little merch promo earlier, but you guys have been great. I'm going to leave it up to my players. I will also say one other thing. Come check out on the other Friday night game for the Nemesis Queen, which I am in. Come check it out. It's awesome. Our Ariana, or Stabby Queen, is the DM of that. And the other two games the DMs are right here. So I'll let them give them their own shout outs. We'll start with RG and then go via Miss Kitty and Wraith. I'm sorry, screw that. We're starting this back up. Miss Kitty's going first, and then RG, Vila, and Wraith. You thought I'd forget. You thought I'd forget.
Yeah. So, okay. Good night, everybody. I'm the lovely Miss Kitty. I'm also Miss Pocket. I don't know what I do with my life anymore. I'm just a never-ending basket of depression biscuits. You can find me in the Discord, the TikToks, actually no, I don't really do the TikTok that much anymore. I'm on the Twitters, I'm on the Tumblrs. I'm everywhere and nowhere at the same time. I do kind of draw, I do kind of do other things. Make sure you drink your fucking water. That, as I say drink more water. Gee.
All right, heading
Hi
out
there.
to RG.
Hi there. I am Arjwar, or Concliad. You'll find me out and about, first off, in TikTok, looking at donuts and games. You'll find me on Twitch sometimes. You'll find me popping around the Discord. Also, I am the DM for Evils of Infericuse, where our group is currently trying to figure out what the hell happened to and is happening to people and children being sucked into a small or getting sucked into a space outside or inside of Ferricuse. Who knows where it is? So you'll also see me at Gen Con. If anyone's going to Gen Con, I'm going to Gen Con, and so is Lore. So if you want to, maybe we can catch up and say hello. Let us know if you're headed there. And otherwise, I'm going to pass it over.
Hello, I am Flight. You can find me on the Discord mostly. I do have a TikTok, but I haven't been filming. I am normally the DM for Leagues Underneath. Next week, we may either not be playing or having a one-shot run by one of our players, the Law Fairy, which will just be a little side quest of what their dragon and the children who were left behind are currently doing. Just so that I can have a little bit of a little bit of a brain break. We have a membership subscription. The cheapest one starts at $3 a month if you'd like to support us. All of that goes back towards the Discord, paying for Zoom memberships and all that stuff. So that would really help. Other than that, yeah, I'm around. Happy to have a chat. I'm mostly spending my time with Grey Jedi, so if you see one of us, you will see the other. Down Wreath.
Hey everybody, it's me, Rafe. I am sometimes a Twitch streamer. I've been taking a vacation from that for a while, but I might be getting back into it. But yeah, thanks for joining us. Yeah.
Our
Thank you,
brains are
everybody,
fried.
for tuning
It's
in.
sleeping in that time.
Sorry that the stream got cut out. I do have a storm that's happening outside, so I'm not really sure if that's the problem. But hopefully next time will be better. But yeah, thank you, and see you next time.